Krypton. So we have figured out how to add video to our PowerPoint presentations so that way you can see us as well as hear us. So, hi, happy to see you guys. All right, so I wanted to kind of jump into the next part of our connections, creating your own culture project, and we're going to jump into maps and flags. So, let's go ahead and take a look at what we've done so far. So far we've talked about what culture means. We've chosen the location of your culture, thinking about like the climate, and that affects what they will wear. So, what we're going to do next is you're going to make a map for your culture. So, just reviewing back to what is a map. So, a map is just a drawing of all or part of the Earth's surface. It's basically just to show where things are, especially in relation to other things. And most maps are drawn on a flat surface. And a map that's displayed on a round surface is called a what? Let me see if you guys remember. Maybe something with the letter G. What do you think? If you said globe, you're right. So, maps have been a part of our world for thousands of years. I think some of the oldest maps date back to 1600 BCE, and they've been pretty detailed, especially in the 19th and 20th century. And then now we mostly see digital maps. So this is something like if you have your phone, one of the things that you can see is like Google Maps, and that's kind of what gets us around when we're in unfamiliar places. So here's a couple of examples, and we're going to see them a little bit bigger on the next slide. So as you can see, here's a couple of different examples. We have maybe some ancient maps down on this side. We have some that maybe are a little bit more colorful and they're a little more simple. And then you have this community map here in the middle that you can just see it has so many symbols on the side, which we're going to talk about as well, because your map is going to have to include all the different parts of a map. So they are called map elements. I don't know if you can think back to the beginning of the year, especially when we had our map day in humanities, but they show us different landmarks on the Earth's surface or in a particular place. So the different parts are the compass rose, which is usually a circle, or it might have some, what are those lines called that cross in between each other? Perpendicular. That will show us the cardinal direction. So north, south, east, and west, and then obviously the intermediate directions if needed. It also has a title, so that way we know what the map is going to be about. It has a key or a legend, and those use symbols to kind of show us what important pieces there are to the map. Labels and symbols, you have to describe what kind of, like, what does your symbol mean? Because maybe to some people a triangle might mean a tree, and then for other places it might mean that is, I don't know, a bathroom or something. And then it also has a scale. So as we know, the Earth is not this big or this big. So a scale just kind of helps us to figure out the distance between different points on the map. Okay. So let's talk about your assignment. So on your assignment, you are going to create a map about where your culture is located. Okay. And then you're going to have to include these 5 things. You have to have a title, a compass rose, a key or a legend, symbols, and it has to be colorful. Okay, so those 5 things. You need a title, compass rose, key or legend, what your symbols mean, and it has to be colorful. Got it? 5 things that you need on your map. You're going to be able to do this on any piece of paper or cloth that you have available to you, and then you'll take a picture and then upload that as your assignment. So you'll color it, you'll draw it out, you'll sketch it out, make sure it includes all these things, make sure that it's colorful, and then take a picture and upload it. Okay? Now, there's going to be another piece. So you're going to create a map and a flag. So in talking about what is a flag, it's just a piece of cloth or material that carries your design. So it's usually added to the side of a pole or a stick. And every state has their own flag, and every country has their own flag. Um, a flag is usually a very powerful symbol, and people show it a lot of respect the way they do that culture or that country. Betsy Ross was the first person to sew the US flag in 1776, and every flag has different meanings. So, kind of just talking about the US flag, there are 50 stars that stand for the 50 states. So, when you're thinking about making your flag, I mean, think about the symbol that might make the most sense for your culture. And then we have 13 stripes represent. Okay. The 13 stripes were about the original 13 colonies when we first, started. So, I want you to think about some of the flags that you might have seen before, some of the flags that you're familiar with. And here's a couple of examples. You'll notice that they're all very colorful. Most of the time, they are in like a rectangle shape. I know when I went to Nepal that they were triangle shaped, and so that was so they don't have to be a rectangle. But that's just where most of the flags are like that. Okay, so what your flag needs to have are just three simple things. So it's an easy 100. You can make it on any kind of paper or on a piece of cloth if you have that, some fabric. And what your flag will need to have is it needs to have a symbol. You can even use the symbol that you used for your mythical god or goddesses. I mean, you can use that symbol and that'll be fine. So it must have a symbol, it must have color, and then it also needs to be attached to the side of a stick or something. Now, something you can use is just your pencil. I mean, if you could just glue it either to the side of the pencil or if you have something else available to you, like those skewers that some people have in their kitchen, then that's something that you can attach it to, and then just so that you can wave it around. Okay, so that's a pretty easy 100. Make sure that you create your map with those 5 map elements, and you have your flag with those 3 elements. Okay, there's a use what you have available in your home. Okay, all right, so that is the end of the slideshow. Those are the 3 things that you need to have for your flag. You need 5 things for your um, culture and your culture map, and that's it. All right, Krypton, let me know if you have any questions. Reach out to me if you need anything else, and that'll be everything. All right, we'll talk to you later. Bye.